Can we have the four minutes, please? We will chant them.
Aum Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya, Aum Namah 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 Shivaya, Aum Shivaya, Aum Namah 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 Shivaya, Om. Shadian, yeah? Can you take your shoes off? All of you kindly be seated. of you just touch his hand, he is going to turn the camphor, okay? Oh, sorry. Put it in the second. Sri Ganeshaya Namaha. உலகெல்லாம் உணர்ந்தோதற்கரியவன் நிலவுலாவிய நீர்மலிவேணியன் அலகில் சோதியன் அம்பலத்தாடுவான் மலர் சிலம்படி வாழ்த்தி வணங்குவாம். அம்மையே அப்பா ஒப்பிலாமணியே அன்பினில் விளைந்த ஆரமுதே பொய்மையை வெறுக்கி பொழுதினை சுருக்கும் பொழுத்தலைய புலையனேன் தனக்கு செம்மையே ஆய சிவபதமளித்த செல்வமே சிவபெருமானே இம்மையே உன்னை சிக்கன பிடித்தேன் எங்கெழுந்தருளுவதீனியே. ஓம் நம சிவாய ஓம் நம சிவாய ஓம் நம சிவாய. காசி கங்கா சிந்து காவேரி நர்மதா கோதாவரி ஜலேஸ்முன்னே சந்நிதம் குருவோம். Take the coconut in your hand, show over the camphor. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om. Put water 3 times on the coconut. Gange se Yamune Saiva Godavari Saraswati Narmada Sindhu Kaveri Namastubhyam. Touch the coconut. Okay. Yeah, touch the coconut. Shall you? Can you break it and bring it? Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya Namah Om, Shivaya Namah Om, Shivaya Namah Om, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah Om, Shivaya Namah Om, Shivaya Namah Om, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Om. Thank you. Can you be seated in the floor? Vanakkam and good afternoon to respected elders and family and friends. We will call you now to pay your tribute by bench, not everyone standing in a queue. And also we need to keep social distance and all the protocols by the health department should be strictly observed. So kindly help us to do so. I know that you all love Mr. Moodley very dearly, but no kissing, no hugging allowed during the time of this period. So kindly understand that. Thank you very much. We're just going to do some preparations quickly, and then we will call all of you. Thank you. While we chanting this Panchakshara mantra, the 5-syllable letter Namah Shivaya, which is the name and form of God from time immemorial, that Dasandaren Subramani Moodley and his family worshipping. So today we calling that Supreme God's name to bless the noble soul to rest in eternal peace. So you all can come by bench to offer your floral tribute to Dasi Moodley. Don't offer flowers on the face. Make sure that you're offering on the chest and so on. Thank you. Please kindly help us. Aum Namah Shivaya. Aum Namah Shivaya. Aum Namah Shivaya. Aum Namah Shivaya. Take some flowers with you. Aum Namah Shivaya. 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 Om 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 Namah Shivaya. வணக்கம். Prem Namaskar. Good afternoon to respected elders and family and friends. We are gathered here to unite the individual soul of Dasandaren Subramani Moodley with the Supreme Personality of Godhood, with the Lord Shiva. To make this divine connection, we would like to begin with the invocation prayer. May I kindly request all of you, please raise for an invocation prayer. Arihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Arihi Om Gajananam Bodha Ganadi Sevitam Kapita Jambho Palasara Bhakshitam Umasudam Soka Vinasa Karanam Namami Vigneswara Pada Bangajam Ulagalam Munarndodharkariyavan Nilavulaviya Nirmalivaniyan Alagil Sodiyan Ambalattaduvan Malar Silambadi Valti Vananguvam Petra Thai Thanai Mahamarandalum Pillayai Perum Thai Marandalum Utra Degathai Uyir Marandalum Uyirai Meheviya Udal Marandalum Katta Nenjagam Kalai Marandalum Kangal Nindri Imaipadu Marandalum Nattavattavar Ullirundu Vongum Namah Shivayattai Nan Maraven. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Dasandaren Subramani Moodley Namnyam Atma Shanti Nivaranartham. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. Kindly be seated. To unite the individual soul to the universal soul, we call it as Lord Shiva. We are going to sing from Thevaram by Saint Manikavasaga Swamigal, Tarikilen Kaya Valkai. Om Tiruchitrambalam. Tarikilen Kaya Valkai Sankara Potri Vana Virtane Potri Yangal Vidalaye Potri Opil Vorutane Potri Vumbar Tambiran Potri Tillai Nirtane Potri Yangal Ninmala Potri 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 Om Namah Shivaya Puyangane Mayangu Gindren Potri Om Namah Shivaya Pugalidam Piridondrilai Potri Om Namah Shivaya Puramane Pokal Gandai Potri Om Namah Shivaya Saya Saya Potri 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 Puvano Nirtit Kanaloduvana Manai Potri Uyirkum Totram Ahini Totram Illai Potri Ella Uyirkum ஈராயிரின்மை ஆனாய் போற்றி ஐம்புலன்கள் நின்னை புணர்கிலா புணர்கையானே. ஓம் திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். The great saint, Saint Manikavasaga Swamigal. Manikavasaga Swamigal's this great work, the translation and transliteration that I am sharing with you, is done first time by Reverend G.U. Pope. Reverend G.U. Pope came from Britain to India for his missionary work. When he came to know about the value and the essence of this sacred work, he wanted to know more about it. At that time, there was no translation or transliteration available. Reverend G.U. Pope went so deeply to learn the language called Tamil. Then he read the sacred text as it is. Then he given to the world the translation of this sacred work of Saint Manikavasaka Swami. And he also said that heart that it does not melt for Tiruvasagam, it's not going to melt for any words in the world. So such a sacred work of Manikavasaka Swamigal we uttering today and we singing. So in these verses, these particular verses that we sang now is in glory of Lord Shiva. We offering our salutations and adorations at the lotus feet of Lord Shiva. And we asking thy grace upon the noble soul. And we say in these verses, every time when I say potri means salutations and adorations to you, O Lord. And he says, you are the matchless one. You are the Lord of the celestials. You are the dancer of Chidambaram, the hall of wisdom. Guide and protect me. He's singing these verses. Let me chant to this Panchakshara mantra, Namah Shivaya, which represents the 5 elements of this earth. Let me adore you as earth, water, fire, wind and ether. You are the beginning of everything in this world. We say in Tamil, Adiyam Andamum Illa Arut Perum Jodi. There is no beginning, there is no end. The supreme light, you, Lord Shiva. You do not have any beginning and end, but you are the end of all of us. Take my soul into your fold. Give the liberation or the moksha. So may I cannot get into that life cycle and take birth again and again. May I come to you into your fold through singing these sacred verses by Saint Manikavasaka Swamigal. We seek the blessings of Lord Shiva upon the noble soul of very well known that everyone calling us here from.
So good afternoon to all the family and friends present here today, and to those joining online. We are here today with very heavy hearts as we bid farewell to a very dear friend, speaking today on behalf of Dassie's friends from Reservoir Hills. Dassie's passing in our mind is untimely and well before his time. But the reality is that we will all need to come to terms with his destiny. And if the cliche that it is the good that die young, then Dassie's death in itself defines this wonderful man lying before us. We have known Dassie almost all our lives, and during this time, we've accumulated many amazing memories that we will cherish forever. Our friendship went beyond the norm. We considered ourselves as brothers and always had each other's back. So it's especially painful for us that when he took his last breath, he was alone. Dassie was a gifted intellect, and all conversations with him was always very thought-provoking. Dassie always fought the fight for the underdog, and his life will be remembered for his dedication and commitment to the liberation struggle in our beautiful country. Political transformation and equality for all human beings was the passion that drove his agenda. Dassie excelled beyond academics. He was an accomplished track and field athlete, having achieved Natal colors in the 800-meter middle distance race for both club and school. Dassie was very competitive by nature, and like I mentioned earlier, a gifted intellect. So his life's journey will always remain an enigma. His mind was always ahead of conventional thinking, which in many ways raised its own challenges. We have enjoyed so many great memories with Dassie. We will miss his wonderful sense of humor, his sharp wit, and above all, his genuine commitment to lasting friendships. To Sherry, thank you for being such a pillar of strength and support to Dassie, for your special friendship with him, and for understanding him as well as you did. As his friends, we got to truly understand Dassie's personality. You did too, and your relationship with him, like ours, was very special. To Mia, you were and will remain your father's world. We were so proud of you and loved to tell us that you were just like him in so many ways. Your father was not the most patient man, but he would wait on you as if time never mattered. He loved every moment of his time bonding with you whilst dropping you and fetching you from school, as well as your questioning sessions. He would watch you full of pride and would send magnificent pictures of you in action. To your father, there was no other child as special as you. I am sure that he will continue to look over you, protect you, and will remain eternally proud of you. To our friend Dassie, thank you for being you. Thank you for a wonderful journey together. It was an absolute pleasure and blessing to have shared our lives with you. We will miss you, our regular chat around politics, the football banter, and the laughs that we shared. Go well, our dear friend, until we meet again.
Thank you, Derek. You want to come? Sure.
I think I met Dassie in 1973 when we moved to Reservoir Hills, and Dassie was our neighbor. So a lifelong friend with many memories shaped through the childhood of starting in being bullied and then being bullies and then growing up to having families. I think navigating through university, navigating to, I think, the gift that Dassie had of having the first car, being able to have many memories with that, being upgraded, I think, with doting parents and his uncle and aunt. B.T. Naidu gave him a 16-valve GTI when it was the car to have. And we were probably more proud of it than he was. And we used to scrape up the rand or 2 rand to put some petrol in the car to both get to campus and enjoy on the weekends. So I think a lifetime of memories and a life gone definitely too soon. I think we've not managed to being up in Johannesburg, spent a lot of time over the last few years. And it's sad to see him and say goodbye without having seen him for about 2 years now with COVID having us not allowed to come down to Cape Town. So I think it's from a friend's point of view, life definitely, Dassie was the spark. He was the one who temperamented. I think the biggest thing his father was worried about, that Dassie would start the fight. And it was many memories of jumping in the car with his dad to try and find Dassie when Dassie had disappeared somewhere. So I think those memories would stay, but as Guru had said, our life and our breath will come to an end. And at that point, we can remember and enjoy the memories that we had. I'd like to end with a poem, Our Breath. I am told that when you're born, our breaths are numbered, and when all drawn, our lives will stop. Our breath is done, even if life's just begun. Conscious now of every breath, each one closer to our death. There is no time to be wasted, no time to hate, no time to grieve, no time our ego's pride to feed. Look for the lessons we yet to learn, with courage so that we might earn God's grace. Then die with a happy, smiling face. I trust in Dassie's last moments that he had that smile on to look forward to what was to come, and the peace that he was going to, and the peace be evermore. Om Sai Ram, Om Shanti.
Thank you, Bull, and thank you, Derek, for sharing such a kind words and giving all of us some understanding the life and the person that Dassie was. Now I would like to call upon Sherry to share some memories and some words that she would like to share with all of us sharing.
Can I stand it? Yeah, thank you. Dear friends of Dasi, family, my children, Papa, Memo, Sala, Nadira, Suhana, all people who were very dear and important and special to Dasi, to Bull and Derek. Thank you for everything you've contributed, and thank you for sharing with us today. I tried to write what I was going to say a number of times, and I couldn't settle with anything, and so I have a number of contributions here from people who are far away, people who are joining us today online, and I'm going to share some of their thoughts. But before I do that, I'm going to kind of wing it and talk from my heart. I met Dasi Moodley more than 18 years ago. He was kind of cool. He was sitting in Melville with his Che Guevara cap just perched over his eyes like that, and he was sort of looking out at everyone with a wry, Dasi smile on his face as he observed people moving about him. He had a cool, calm and gear, and he was a really interesting and fun person to know. And once I got to know him and realized the depth and the tenacity and the stoicism that actually was beneath that veneer of that wry smile and those watching eyes. Dasi and I had the great joy of sharing a daughter, Mia Sandranyagi Moodley, who, as you already heard, was his pride and his joy. For her, her dad was her rock, her safe place. He was her friend. She challenged him. He challenged her. He used to come home sometime after taking her somewhere and say to me, "Gosh, that child, she gives me such a hard time, and I can't believe that I just actually accepted." And so for you, me, Dad will always be those things, and we're so grateful that you had him, and that he will still be watching over you. Dasi also shared his life with my family and my other daughters, Cara, Jenna and Danielle. Cara is here with us today, but Jenna and Danielle are on the other side of the world. One is in Australia, one is in the UK, and they sent their messages of things that they would like to say to him. So I'm going to just read these to you. From Danielle, who Das called Yells. Dearest Das, I want to thank you for how much you gave to my life. Thank you for the many wonderful childhood memories you have left me with. They feel too painful to put out into words right now, but there are many, and I will hold them tight. Thank you for the many long conversations about the world. They expanded my worldview. Thank you for the awkward jokes, for your excellent curries, for always believing in me, for your unwavering love for us. Thank you for blessing me, Mia Sandra. You came into my life when I was 8 years old. I adored you from the start. I am so heartbroken to be saying goodbye, but I will hold you in my heart forever. Yells. And from Jenna, Dasi was probably one of the smartest people I've known, but in the most modest of ways. He taught me a lot about life, about history, sport, religion, all of which he had an overwhelming knowledge about. But most importantly, he taught me about new ways of love and different ways to show it. As a family, we spoke often of no matter what, we knew he would always be there as a friend, a father, and a protector. That is the memory I will continue to hold with him in my heart. He will be deeply and sorely missed. From Jen. And then from other family members, the partners from Roka Lounge that those of you who knew Dasi during those days in Johannesburg owned. You had to be one of the most intelligent, angry, rational, restless souls we have ever met. Dasi Bala, go in peace. Your advice and rational intellect will be missed. I know you will always be a guide to the ladies in your life, Mia, Sherry, Cara, Jenna, and Danielle. Please know that he loved you all dearly. Namaste, may your soul rest in peace. Ambagatle, my brother. From Teggy in Australia, who was very supportive and caring and kind to Dasi, particularly in the last few years. He sent this poem. Do not stand at my grave and weep. I am not there. I do not sleep. I am 1,000 winds and blow. I am the diamond glints on snow. I am the sun on ripened grain. I am the gentle autumn rain. When you awaken in the mornings, hush. I am the swift uplifting rush of quiet birds in circled flight. I am the soft stars that shine at night. Do not stand at my grave and cry. I am not there. I did not die. To Dasi you will live forever in our hearts. And the last is, oh gosh, I think I read the last end of the Roka Lounge, but I'm going to leave it at that. Lost my other page. Okay. Dasi and I used to tussle often about who got the last word. And I think possibly I got it mostly. But I didn't want this last word. And so, here is the deepest secret that nobody knows. Here is the root of the root, and the bud of the bud, and the sky of a tree called life, which grows higher than any soul can hope or mind can hide. And this is the wonder that keeps the stars apart. I carry you in my heart. I carry you in my heart. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you very much. As the time schedule, so if anyone still wishes to say something or share something, please send a detailed message, text to Sherry, and they will share it via the social media to share with everyone. So hope that will be okay with all of you. So also, before I proceed with the concluding part of the prayer, may I take this opportunity on behalf of myself from the Western Cape Tamil Federation, want to pay tribute to late Dasandaren Moodley and for his significant contribution, as I heard just now, towards the freedom struggle. And also thank you to the God Almighty for sending down such a kind person to live in this beautiful city and also take the journey back home. And thank you to all of you for coming along and participating in this memorial service. Thank you to all the families and friends traveled far and wide to come and be with this memorial service. Thank you to all of you. May you all return home safely. May I kindly request 6 of the family members, if you would like to give a choice to other 6 of them to place the body on the platform. And also there are some latecomers, sorry. I just want to take few minutes of the time, quickly ask them to come and do the tribute before I'm going to proceed. I see some of the persons all came. Please come through to pay your tribute, and thereafter we will proceed. Sherry, can you call the rest of the 6 of them? I don't know, may not be known who is who, please. Yeah, please come and there is few of them here. Aum Namah Shivaya, 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 Om. Thank you. Can I have 6 of the family members to proceed? Now, those who are not carried before, come please. We would like to give you an opportunity. Please come. Please come. Aum Namah Shivaya, 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 Aum Namah Shivaya. Om. Thank you. Can I kindly request all of you, please raise for the concluding prayer? And also after the concluding prayer, the immediate family will accompany me to downstairs to do the further last rites. Please kindly do so. The others, you all can take leave. Thank you very much. Om Tiruchitrambalam Mukti Neri Ariyada Murkaroda Muyalvene Mukti Neri Ariyada Murkaroda Muyalvene Bhakti Neri Arivethu Palavinaigal Parum Vannam Sittamalam Arivethu Sivamaki Ennai Aanda Attan Ena Karuliyavaru Arveruvar Achove Neriyallam Neritannai Neriyaga Ninevene Sirunerigal Serame Tiruvarule Serum Vannam Kuriyondrom Illada Kutandan Kutayanakku Ariyum Vannam Aruliyavaru Arperuvar Achove Semmainalam Ariyada Sidadorodom Tirivene Mummai Malam Arivethu Mudalaya Mudalvantal Nammayum Por Porulaki Nai Sivigai Yetuvitha Ammayena Karuliyavaru Arveruvar Achove Ammayena Karuliyavaru Arveruvar Achove Om Tiruchitrambalam Kallapidayum Karudapidayum Kasundurugi Nellapidayum Ninayapidayum Ninnaindaduttai Sollapidayum Tudiyapidayum Tharapidayum எல்லா பிழைகளையும் பொறுத்தருள்வாய் கட்சியே கும்பனே. ஓம் திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி தனிப்பெரும் கருணை, தனிப்பெரும் கருணை அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி. வாழ்க அந்தனர் வானவரானின்னும், வாழ்க அந்தனர் வானவரானின்னும், வேள்க தன் புனல் வேந்தனும் ஓங்குக, ஆழ்க தீயதெல்லாம் அரண்நாமமே, சோழ்க வையகமும் துயர்த்தீர்கவே, சோழ்க வையகமும் துயர் தீர்கவே. ஓம் திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். தென்னாடுடைய சிவனே போற்றி, எந்நாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவா போற்றி. ஓம் திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். நம பார்வதீபதையே ஹர மகாதேவா. நம பார்வதீபதையே ஹர மகாதேவா. நம பார்வதீபதையே ஹர மகாதேவா. Thank you. Mikka Nandri. Thanks a lot. Thank you to the Pine Town Funeral Services for a very dignified funeral services. Thank you to the Maitland Crematorium officials. Once again, thank you to all of you. May Lord Shiva and the Divine Mother Shakti bless you all. May you all safely drive back home. Mikka Nandri. Thank you. Yeah, you're going to go right around. But I'm going to walk through inside to get you all there. But I set up already there, already.
Namah Shivaya.
Punale Namah Shivaya. Purule Namah Shivaya. Pugale Namah Shivaya. Punidam Namah Shivaya.
Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya.
Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya.
சிவனார் கங்கை கரையில் அமர்ந்த சீதள ஒளியை போற்றி. சிவவும் நம சிவாய. தவமே செய்யும் தபோவனத்தில் ஜோதிலிங்கனே போற்றி. ஹரவும் நம சிவாய.
வேதம் நமः சிவாயம், நாதம் நமः சிவாயம், பூதம் நமः சிவாயம், போதம் நமः சிவாயம்.
மணிபூரகமாய் சூற்றுமம் காட்டும் அருணாச்சலனே போற்றி. சிவவும் நம சிவாய. மங்கள சிவனாய் தங்கிடும் வடிவே செங்கனல் வண்ணா போற்றி. ஹரவும் நம சிவாய.
அன்பே நமः சிவாயம், அணியே நமः சிவாயம், அன்பே நமः சிவாயம், அறிவே நமः சிவாயம்.
நம சிவாய, நம சிவாய, ஓம் நம சிவாய. நம சிவாய, நம சிவாய, ஓம் நம சிவாய.
நமः சிவாய, நமः சிவாய, ஓம் நமः சிவாய. நமः சிவாய, நமः சிவாய, ஓம் நமः சிவாய.
நினைத்த உடனே முக்தியை தந்திடும் அண்ணாமலையே போற்றி. சிவவும் நம சிவாய. நிம்மதி வாழ்வினில் நித்தமும் தந்திட
Yes, everyone can do one. Put it on one. Put it around this because we don't like the camera. Unit but all of you can put one sandalwood stick with ghee also in this. Put around the coconut shell, where is it? No? Here. Yeah, no, it's fine. Please come. Our Father, who is yeah, I don't know. Check out. Yes, put it in there. Yes, anybody else want to offer? Are you ready? Jim, you are looking from Anand and all of them? Yeah. Anybody else want to offer? All done? Sorry. You know what you all do? Also, after all the leftover roses put it some on this side also. And the flowers, there is some rice. So in our tradition, we call it Vakyarishi. We don't send the body empty-handed. We send it with some rice. So take some rice, turn around 3 times. You can just drop it in the box. Okay, please do so. Give me one flower to me. Right. Yeah, right. Now put all the flowers, finish it up. Once they all finish, take all the flower petals, just chop it around. Don't close this one. This must be kept. So I'm coming to the last part of the last rite. As I was talking to Shari and Mia earlier, this is going to be a bit of a touching moment. So Uncle Moga is going to do the prayer. Then I have here a clay pot, and inside the clay pot is water and the milk. The water symbolizes God, the milk symbolizes soul. Once the water and the milk is mixed, none in this world can able to separate them. It is together. It is our understanding that Supreme God accepted all our prayers and accepted the soul into His fold. Once the soul is gone from this physical body, we don't call this anymore Dasi. That's why as soon as when the doctor declared dead, we will say what time the undertaker is coming to pick up the body, not Dasi. You need to understand that. The identity goes with the soul. The soul is eternal. What it dies, only the physical body. As Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 speaks about it, The soul cannot be burned by fire, not wet by water, not blown by air. So the soul is eternal. So in that understanding, what we have is just the body of Dasi. So this need to be cremated, given back to the Mother Nature. So for that, Moga was very kind enough to do that part of the rite, along with one of the family members as well, I think cousin. So they are going to go around. Once they finish 3 times, Uncle Moga will drop the pot on the floor, because once the soul is gone, we cannot hold a value to this body. Similar like that, once the soul is gone out of this pot, we cannot hold a value to it. The pot will be dropped and broken. Then immediately the lid of the camphor, and the body will go into the burn. That's what is going to happen. Okay? Thank you. Come to you. Om Tirutchitrambalam Ulagalam Unandodan Kariyavan Ulavia Neer Malivaniyan Alakil Sodiyan Ambalattaduvan Adasilam Badivar Divananguvam Petratai Tanai Mahamarandalum Pillaye Perumtai Marandalum Uchadegatai Uir Marandalum Uirai Mebi Udal Marandalum Karchanenjakam Kalai Marandalum கண்கள் நின்று இமைப்பது மறந்தாலும் நற்றவத்தவர் உள்ளிருந்து ஓங்கும் நமச்சிவாயத்தை நான் மறவேன். ஓம் நம சிவாய, ஓம் நம சிவாய, ஓம் நம சிவாய.
She was the main man. Yeah, I was there. Story by someone.
He's not putting up a place.
Oh, I don't know. He asked me. But you know what? It's more than you should do this. I don't know. My life goes on. Don't mind sitting up at night. But I can't wait for you. Do they want you to go into the fire or must stop here? I don't want to go right.
Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Turn around. Drop the foot. Legs to the back. Say Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Drop the foot. Walk straight. That's it. Listen. Take that first to the tray and push on the top. All the fruits and everything for you. Those who like to go and push the body into the burner,